What did you want to talk about?
All right.
Here, just you can cut this out of YouTube. Wes, move your mic a little closer. Jordan, move your mic back. Makes it a lot easier on sound.
There you go.
So, Weston.
Is that better?
Tim taking
Yes,
charge.
better.
Tim
All
taking
right.
charge.
Tim's being bossy. So, what is your topic you'd like to talk about?
So, what I'm here to discuss today is Computex.
So
okay?
more technology related.
Yes. So that happened last week. I don't know
I'll just
about
enjoy this one.
the rest of you guys, but I actually follow through with this stuff because I only teach technology. So I actually do watch all of these, go through them. But I'm going to keep this kind of condensed to what you guys might actually kind of care about. So I'm going to keep this down to three major companies. And that's going to be AMD, Intel, and NVIDIA. Because otherwise, I don't think most of you are going to care about any of them. So, did any of you others actually watch Computex?
No.
I didn't watch it.
I more paid attention to recaps because I didn't want to sit down and watch the whole thing. So I just waited till other companies or other YouTube channels and stuff were like, "Hey, this is what happened, and this is what you need to know." So that I didn't pay attention to the actual things themselves.
Did you have any reactions from it from what you did see?
Not really a whole lot. Was NVIDIA's 3080, was that part of Computex?
3080
The
Ti
30, yeah, the 3080 Ti.
and the 3070 Ti.
The fact that they call them the Ti just
Well,
hurt
it's
me.
short for titanium.
I don't freaking care. It's been the TI for years, and it's been T.I, right? Is how it's always been?
No, it's always
No,
been
it's-
just Ti.
it's always been
I thought
TI.
on the cards itself it said T.I.
No, it's always just been Ti.
Unless
guess
you're
I-
buying bootleg cards.
Dude, I've never owned a TI card, so I wouldn't, or a TI card, so I guess I
Yeah,
wouldn't know.
technically they're Ti, and don't worry, I
Um,
mispronounced them for the longest time too.
So it definitely, that was weird. I didn't like that. But then AMD, was this announced or was this rumored? They have a 32 gigabyte VRAM buffer GPU coming out. It'd be like the 6800 XT Pro or something. It's 32 gigs of VRAM. I don't know if that was announced or if that's been rumored, but anyways, that's something else I saw.
I don't remember seeing that in all of it, but maybe they mentioned something about that. That wasn't what really took my eye from that.
Okay, so we'll get into yours. What caught your eye and what do you want to talk about? Because I
Okay,
can talk about this
first
stuff
off,
for a while.
One of the areas, first off, AMD has been killing Intel for a long time. Can we all agree on that? Can we just first start with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So one of the few areas that Intel could still claim.
I just love that Dan knows nothing about this. He's like, oh, yes, of course, yeah.
I know a little.
One of the few.
I don't care.
I love you, Dan.
No,
So,
you guys enjoy. I'm glad
One of
you're
the
talking about
few
something you like.
areas that Intel could still claim mastery of was their APU market.
Yep.
AMD didn't really have much to fight with that.
They do
However,
now.
here they're bringing out their what is that going to be? The 5700 and 5600 G.
Yeah, which
And-
actually are already out, but they're in OEMs only. Mm-hmm. So
Well, you see, before that they had the Pros, but you had to go through special ordering to get
Yes.
those, and you had to buy them in bulk, and that was a true and total pain in the rear. Okay, these are actually going to be consumer marketable APUs, and this is actually going to be something that actually impacts the market in a serious way for this. Because now you don't have to go to Intel in order to get something worthwhile for the APU market. This is going to be a huge killer because not only are they actually in 7 nanometer, Intel's still in 10 nanometer.
Yep.
That's their smallest one.
How Intel was still 14.
No, they got some 10. Okay,
Oh, I guess for their mobile GPU, or their
For their
mobile
mobiles.
for their mobile, but for desktop, it's
they're still 14,
it's
which
still
makes
14.
no sense to me
they're
whatsoever.
they're 14 plus 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 plus.
It's stupid. Okay, I don't get how
With a fun
Intel,
picture.
one of the most prominent technology companies for decades, can be struggling so hard,
Yeah.
so freaking hard to produce something that was produced several years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean it shouldn't take them this long to do this.
AMD's going down to 5.
I know exactly.
I think with
Yeah.
with the next iteration of Ryzen, they're going down to a 5. But then it's actually
Pretty sure it's a 4.
No, it's 5.
No,
and
it's
then the shut up, it's 5. And then the one after that,
Tim is passing notes.
that's
He's telling me to
coming
draw
out
pictures, and
within the next
it's
few
very rude.
years, is going to be 3. They actually already have 3 in development,
That.
so it's going to be 3 nanometer architecture, which is going to be incredible.
And for those
then
who
did you
don't
see-
know, this is going to increase speeds and power consumption.
Yes,
Because
be
it doesn't
more
have to
efficient.
carry it across so far. So, and it's also going to increase accuracy at the same time. So,
Yeah.
really good to reduce that number down. Okay?
And then
it's
did-
not just a fun number that we're throwing around. Okay? It's actually important.
Did you see that AMD's also switching from a PGA to LGA,
Yeah.
which is going to be, I think, kind of a huge improvement there as well. And I mean, the PGA has been working, but if they're able to fit, how many thousands of more connections with the LGA?
I'm not an artist. Leave me alone. Nope. We're starting over.
I love you, Dan. All right. So that APU market hitting hard.
Yes.
Then also,
Coming in hot.
this is something that kind of just threw me for a loop. 3D chiplets for
Yes, I saw
AMD.
that. Where they're-
Chiclets like the gum?
No. So this is, how did they come up with this? Like, I didn't
don't
even
know.
think of it.
The fact that it's able to, have the heat spreader on there too,
Mm-hmm.
without, overheating the rest of it, because there's not that gap, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they figured out how to get it 3D so it's up, and that's just for the cache, right? They're just putting the
Just on the
there.
cache.
It's only the cache on there. Okay, so they're putting the cache up on the 3D, like on top of the. I don't know if you've seen this yet. Like on top of the chips,
Yep.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be able to fit more cache onto each one,
Okay.
which is going to just be incredible. But they also, because it's on top, the fact that they're able to still put the IHS on there
Mhm.
and it doesn't actually, heat up the chips anymore.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have to
is
worry about the
incredible.
thermal throttling that comes with that?
Yeah, that's incredible to me. And
Sounds like torture. Thermal throttle.
only torture to some, Dan.
It's like the opposite of Chinese water torture.
It's a thermal throttle technique.
I don't know. Just throwing it out there.
They do that in Guantanamo Bay. Yeah, we'll put them in the thermal throttle room.
No, they don't.
All right. So something else about AMD that kind of caught me out of left field is they're actually putting their chipsets into Teslas now. Did you see that?
Yes, they've been doing that for a while, I thought.
But you see, here they're doing it in a full entertainment system. So you're getting a full AMD computer within the entertainment system inside of a Tesla.
See, I thought they had AMD GPUs in there for the last few years, I guess. So that's,
Well, here's the thing. They're implementing them into the level of what we're actually seeing in the consoles.
okay.
So you're practically
Gotcha.
getting a PS5 or an Xbox Series X in a Tesla.
Actually, I think I read that
Not
they're.
quite that level, but
I think they actually said that they're putting like in a 6800 XT into Teslas, which would be more than the PS5.
are they going up?
I heard.
I-
That, I'll look it up quick. If you
Double
wanna
check
talk.
that. I'd heard different things about that, but I can't remember the exact value for it, but I'd heard they were going down just a little bit, but if they're going up, man, that's killer. Man, you're getting all that in a car?
I
Yeah.
might be wrong, but I did hear it. Unless it's the same architecture.
You're probably
as the
wrong.
6800. Okay.
I'll accept it, but whatever.
Feel
4
free
days
to mute
ago.
me.
Let's see. Tesla's
No,
new AMD.
no,
Yes.
keep him up at full. Keep him up at full.
Well, I guess it does say could have Sony PS5 performance, so I guess
So-
it's the same architecture. But okay, so it's the same architecture as the 6800 XT. I love how I'm getting ads for Viking axes. That's okay.
Well, I mean, what else would we ever want?
Why
in life?
wouldn't you?
That's what we
Kind
all
of a
need,
normal
isn't
thing
it?
to want, right?
I mean, I want one so bad.
Okay. And then other than that, so yeah, I'm going to assume they're not quite at the level of a PS5, but who knows? Maybe they'll come out and surprise us, okay? Though I don't know why they necessarily would need that level in there. I don't know why.
Oh my god. Really quick, I just want you to read this paragraph right here where they're talking about using your Tesla to mine Bitcoin because of the GPU that's in there.
This makes me want to kill people.
People are gonna buy Teslas. So can you imagine like mining operations with 50 Teslas sitting there all plugged
Well,
in?
so kind of derailing for a half second. Talking about like microchips in cars right now, there are NASCAR racetracks in Detroit that their parking lots are full of trucks right now because they don't have the chips for the computers in the trucks. They're brand new trucks, just thousands of them sitting in a parking lot.
Yeah, Tesla
Because-
has the same issue where
yeah.
they have thousands of Tesla cars that they
Just
don't have the chips.
don't
in.
have
Yeah,
the
they
chips
just need
for.
the chipsets.
Yeah.
There's been a supply chain issue
Yeah.
in getting the silicon everywhere they need it to be. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Let's move on from AMD. There's other stuff I could have mentioned, but for the sake of time, I'll come down Intel's gonna be really short because Intel really sucked at Computex. Okay,
Shocker.
To be fair, Intel sucked at everything for the last 5 years.
you're not wrong. So here are some of their selling points. Okay, they're getting 5G on their laptops just built in. Big whoop. They actually sold off their 5G
Is that
subdivision.
Is that an Intel specific thing? Because you can put a 5G antenna in any
Well, you
laptop.
can, but these are going to be built in, and they're
Built
actually
in.
NVMe.
Okay.
So like an M2 drive.
Okay.
So that you can actually put it inside your device, and wherever you go, you'll have internet access.
What's stopping you from doing that with any AMD? With
It's-
its
Yeah, it's
PCI?
It's Sorry,
Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, you can, but it's the integration level that we're discussing.
Never
here.
to be seen.
It's built into it. I'm actually
Leave it.
I know what he was
Son of
drawing.
a... Stop it.
Weston, pass it this way.
So here's our
Here,
art.
Dan. Here, Dan.
There you go.
No.
No. You gotta get up there so they can actually see it. This is Dan's art.
That's real bad. I haven't drawn anything.
I
like,
feel like we need to put
10
that on
years.
a on a poster and we can sell it on a merch store. Tim, no, don't light it on fire.
All right.
There's actually
So
no smoke detectors up here.
the next thing that they did bring up for Intel, the U series mobile CPUs, big whoop. There was nothing really to it. They're just
Yeah.
trying to say that they got more powerful mobile CPUs. They announced
very
their
bad
Alder Lake,
standards there, Terraria.
and they're still at 10 nanometer.
Yes.
Those were their selling points.
Yeah.
Great selling points. Good job, guys.
Great
You
job,
did
Intel.
nothing.
And I had higher expectations for them. I'm not gonna lie.
Me
with
too.
I think
Pat
everybody did.
back,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
they got. Have you heard about their CEO at this point? He was actually there back in what 89. Well, I don't expect you guys to actually know this. Sorry, but way back when
The
he
look
was-
on Tim's face.
You look directly at me for the answer, and I'm like, I have nothing for you.
So yeah.
Ask me
Pat
for the
was
answer.
actually the CTO and one of the chief vision officers for Intel for over 30 years back in their prime. And then he left, and it was either 09 or
Don't you do
10,
this.
somewhere in that
Please
range.
let me actually
And
draw something
then
good.
he left to go. I can't remember what company he went off to, but he's now back.
back.
Yeah.
And so he left during the time when AMD came into their prime and got
Yep.
into their stride.
Yes.
So I was hoping that when he came back, he might actually push them back into what kind of that stage that they were before, where they're actually competitive.
How long
Terrible
has he
people.
been back,
Terrible.
though?
Just since January.
So, I mean,
So he
Wishful
hasn't been back
thinking,
for long.
yeah, he hasn't been
but
back
here's
very
the
long.
thing: he was always known as a go-getter.
yeah.
So I was kind of expecting him to kind of push them even for this. I mean, this is a big event.
Yeah, maybe next year they'll
I'm
have.
hoping by
Wonderful.
CES.
Oh
you'll
yeah,
have
by
it.
CES, hopefully they'll have
We'll,
something.
we'll see. We'll see. Please be
This
better.
is gonna make them think I'm actually a terrible artist, which I am. Don't get me.
I put that
don't
up.
get me wrong.
He's actually really good.
I put
Don't get
that
me
up
wrong.
on
Really
our,
good.
Our huge media Twitter. I put Tan's beautiful art.
I love it.
This
Then, just to save time, I'm going to kind of quickly go over some of the highlights of NVIDIA because I don't want to take forever on this.
Yep.
cover photo.
So really, the biggest thing you're going to get out of the NVIDIA one is the 3080 Ti and the 3070
it's
Ti, which we
true.
already kind of
It's
covered.
true.
Yeah.
I feel like this was also a letdown on NVIDIA's
Yeah.
Roasting in
Like-
here.
part. And for what you're paying for the 3080 Ti, it's
Not
Ti.
worth it.
Just call it the Ti, please. You're gonna drive me nuts by saying Ti.
The TIE Fighter.
okay. I mean, sure, it is a solid boost, but for $1,200, it's just
not worth
It's
it.
not that much of a boost.
It's not much.
No, especially when you get the same VRAM as the 3080. I agree.
Exactly.
See, well, here's the thing. So it has 3090 performance
You better
Not
give
quite.
that a lot
About
of
2.5%
likes
lower,
on
roughly.
Twitter.
Oh,
Oh, that's all I'm
2.5.
saying.
I know,
with
right?
with half the VRAM because it has 12, I believe.
Yeah,
right? So
out
that-
of the 24
so out
for
of
the
24.
3090.
So I mean, if you're looking at it in comparison to the 3090, it's a killer deal, I think. Because
I would have liked to have seen the price dropped a little further.
what games use 24 gigs of VRAM, or what games are going to use 24 gigs of VRAM?
Well, see, that's just
There
it.
isn't.
3090 was never meant for gaming.
No, it was meant for like professional video production and stuff like
Exactly.
that. Or if you wanted to really go all out 8K gaming, which even then it was
It's-
hardly able to do. So
Yeah.
I would say $1,200. You save $300, and you get half of the VRAM, but you're never going to come close to using it for a gamer's perspective. I would say, you get the performance in games with out as much VRAM for like the video production stuff, which realistically not no one's doing, but you know what I mean. A majority of people are not. I'd say it's actually a pretty good deal. When you put it in comparison to the two, the 3080 and the 3090, I'd say that $1,200 price tag is not all that bad.
I get that, but if you also look at the competition from AMD's side,
It's only 10
just-
better.
That's true.
I love you, Dan. I love you so much. But if you look at the competition from AMD, it's just the price per performance ratio just isn't there.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Well-
isn't there.
Okay, now from a streamer's perspective, AMD does not have the NVIDIA broadcast. They do not have the NVENC encoder. They do not have. They're starting to roll
I get
out
that,
their own version
but-
of DLSS, which I forget what they call it, but I don't know.
Was
if
that the RDNA?
No, RDNA
Or
is
was
the
that the
architecture.
Fidelity?
It might be the Fidelity. That sounds right.
Yeah, Fidelity.
So that's like their version of DLSS, which they did not have. And looking at the demos that they had, it didn't look good. I don't know if you saw.
I did.
I was really unimpressed. So DLSS
But-
2.0, incredible. The NVENC encoder for streaming specifically, and then for video rendering and stuff like that.
But the thing I'm going to
incredible.
say is, yeah, the software is great, but you can use that on any of the
You
NVIDIA
can.
cards. So
No,
there's nothing
you're right.
special to the TI. We'll say
You're
TI
right.
because I agree that's how it should be pronounced.
You're right. I'm
I
not arguing
I feel
that.
like the 3080 Ti should have been a little cheaper, but I can see what they're doing.
See, I will agree. A little bit cheaper would be nice, but at the same time, I think $1,200. I can't believe I'm saying it's a good value, but for today's market,
Yeah.
if you can find
I feel
one-
like it's priced for today's market.
if you
Yeah.
can find a
Isn't today's
3080
market
Ti
absolutely terrible,
for
though?
$1,200,
Exactly.
So why would you say it's a good thing?
If you can find it for $1,200, that's what 3060s are going for on eBay right now. So I mean, realistically,
yeah.
you know,
But okay,
that's
okay,
like the
you just
topic we had 2 weeks ago. where we
On
were
a more
talking about
serious
scalpers.
note, though, I think you if you want to call it a tie, right? You have to be able to wear it with a shirt, with a suit.
TIE Fighter.
So you're saying that we need to make sure our
Can you
builds are
hang
all
it around
like
your neck?
black and white, and it has to hang down just right.
Yep.
Is it fashionable?
Oh,
Some of them probably.
some of them, yeah.
It'd be like
It's worth
that
the extra.
idiot, what Logan Paul did last night, where he wore the PSA 10 Charizard around his neck. Except you're just walking around with a graphics card.
So
Old graphics
New
cards
fashion.
like the big
Ever
chains
evolving.
that they used to wear.
Be like Flava Flav, but instead of the clock, you get a GPU.
There you go.
Clock speeds.
hey, you're not wrong. All right, for the sake of
Overclock.
time, let's move on to the next one. Plus, we can bring Dan in here, and he won't be so bored here
Okay.
on the
Well,
side.
I'm having a good time.
Drawing his beautiful Yoda art.
Yeah,
It was real
great.
bad.
It was great.
His Yoda art.
It's real bad.
Yodart.
Sounds like a snack.
No, don't applaud that one.
Yes, applaud me, Tim. I approve.
For as much as we interrupted Weston, I'll applaud him.
Yeah.
We did interrupt you a lot. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll take it. I'm used.
Yeah.
I have students who interrupt me all the time. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
You can give them bad grades though.
Oh, trust me, I threaten them all the time.
Oh, you threatened them.
Oh, trust me.
It's college.
It's
okay?
college. They're used to it.
I feel like that needs to be on a T-shirt for him. I threaten my students all the time.
Hey. You know, it works sometimes.
I'm down to make some cool merch. That's all
Oh,
I'm
we
saying.
need it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we're going to at some point. So move on to the next topic then. If there's anything you want to add, you good?
No, well, let's just move on. I'm
All right.
hoping for a better CS. That's all I'll say.
Okay,
Yes,
so
yes.
we'll move on with Dan's
Yes,
topic then. So Dan,
Oh yes.
Reintroduce Dan to the podcast. Welcome
this
back.
is Dan.
Hey, Dan.
What's up, guys? You haven't heard him in a while.
They heard me not too long ago. I was saying very intelligent things.
You're talking about neckties, but all right. What's your topic?
This is very, very, good stuff. I'm very offended that you talk about me like this.
Okay, shut up. What's your topic?